What if you invested $1,000 in Cardano today? What's up? My name is Caroline and this is Wealth in Progress, where you'll learn how to make passive income with cryptocurrencies. In this video, we'll look at the potential of Cardano and what would happen if you invested $1,000 in Cardano today. We'll briefly look at what Cardano even is, where it's currently standing, and what it's aiming to do in the future. And in the end, we'll look at some price predictions, both conservative, realistic, and a bit more optimistic. This will give you a good picture of what kind of wealth you could achieve with $1,000 or where you could get in the mid and long term. Now, before we dive in, be sure to always do your own research. This isn't financial advice. I'm no financial advisor. So this video is just for informational and educational purpose only. So with that out of the way, let's dive in. All right, now what is Cardano? So on their website, you can find the description and it says, Cardano is a proof-of-stake blockchain platform, the first to be founded on a peer-reviewed research and developed through evidence-based methods. So that's the important part. First of all, it is a blockchain platform. Now the main difference to, for instance, Bitcoin is that it is proof of stake. And Bitcoin is proof of work. Now that's a major and very important difference, and the reason why Cardano is often called the green coin. And that is because the proof of stake mechanism doesn't require a whole lot of energy for new blocks to be built. Now because they've started later, they're actually still in development. They're currently moving into the Alonso fork, or they've started with the Alonso fork update, and that is when smart contracts will finally be available and possible on the Cardano blockchain. So Cardano's founder, Charles Hoskinson, has recently come out with a plan for the next 90 days that is basically the whole Alonso fork roadmap, everything that's going to happen from the testnet to the mainnet launch, and that is expected to come out in about September. So this is really exciting because right now we're still really early on with Cardano. It hasn't fully launched, and that will happen in the next few months. And that's why there has been built up a lot of excitement around this project. And there have been news saying that there will be the Cardano summer and there will be a lot of action and probably a lot of price action as well in the next coming 90 to maybe 100 days. Another reason for the excitement around Cardano is that they have secured major partnerships with already two African countries. One is Ethiopia and the other one is Tanzania. So this is mentioned in this article. So this is very exciting because Africa doesn't have the same access to technology or even education as we have in other parts of the world. So there's huge potential for improvement, and Cardano wants to be the first mover in Africa. So that's very exciting. Now, one last reason for excitement before we get into some price predictions is the transactions per second. So this has always been an issue with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and Cardano aims to make this much more efficient and much faster. So as you can see, when Cardano was first tested in 2017, it was able to process as much as 257 transactions per second. As a comparison, Bitcoin can only process about 4.6 transactions per second, while Ethereum 1.0 can process about 15 to 20 transactions per second. Now Cardano wants to scale that even more with a second layer solution, and then they aim to go for about 1,000 transactions per second, and that should be so Hydra is that second layer solution, and that should be delivered around 2022. Now let's look at how much you could make if you invested $1,000 in Cardano today. We'll look at three price predictions. One is a more conservative price prediction, one is realistic, and one is pretty optimistic. So the way we'll go about that is to look at past history. Now, because Cardano has only been around since 2017, we'll have to look at Bitcoin to get a better picture. So let's look at past price action, and what you can see what's usually happening is, we'll look at the last bull run. So the last bull run, Bitcoin went almost to $20,000. And if we look at the past bull run before that, that was in January 2014, it went up to about $1,000. So as you can see, between the last bull run in 2013-14 and the next one in 2017, Bitcoin has jumped about a 20x, so it has been about 20 times higher than during the last all-time high. So we'll just assume similar numbers for Cardano during this bull run. So we'll look at the last bull run in 2017, and what you can see is the all-time high has been at, so you can't even see it here, but on certain exchanges it went up to about $1.30. So it says $1.11 here, but I remember one day where it went up to about $1.30. So if we look at it now, it's now sitting at about $1.68, 69. But now if we look at that, and if we assume that it has a similar action during this bull run than Bitcoin had so far in the past bull runs, then if we would look at a 20x as well, then the very optimistic scenario would be that Cardano would go to $26 by the end of this bull run, which is estimated to arrive in about January of next year. So this is the very optimistic scenario. I'm not saying this is absolutely going to happen. I am pretty sure that Cardano will reach $26 at some point in time, but maybe not as near as next January. Now, what's a more realistic scenario is that it will make a 10x of the last all-time high. So I know it's not exactly accurate here, but let's say it was at $1.30 during the last all-time high. Then a 10x from there would be $13. And that's what I could see realistically to happen for Cardano till the end of the year, or till January, till this bull run is over. And now, last but not least, let's look at the conservative estimation and price prediction, and that would be a simple $10. So if we assume that it has only gone to $1.11 back in January 2018, then that wouldn't even be a 10x from here. So if it's at $1.69, which is what it was when I calculated it, and you buy $1,000 worth of Cardano, you get about 591 Cardano. So let's assume Cardano goes to $10 by the end of the year. If that happens, then your $1,000 worth of Cardano will be worth $5,910 by the end of the year. But that's not all, because you can also stake your Cardano and get a reward of about 5% per year. So if we look at a Cardano staking calculator that you can see here, and I put in 591 ADA because this is what you would get with $1,000, you can see that you would also get about 27 ADA per year extra. So all in all, you would have 618 ADA after a year, and if it goes to $10, you would even have $6,180 off of your $1,000 investment. Now, if we assume that Cardano goes to $13, that already looks a bit different. In that case, you would have your 591 ADA would be worth $7,683. And then if you also calculate in the $27 of staking rewards by a year from now, that would be a total of $8,034 within a year's time. And last but not least, let's look at the very optimistic price prediction, which is $26 worth of Cardano. In that case, 591 Cardano would be worth $15,366. And if we add the 27 Cardano of staking rewards on top of that, you would even end up with $16,068. So that would be a 16x increase off of your $1,000 investment, which isn't too bad, I think. What do you think? How long would it take to achieve those gains in the traditional markets? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, hit the like button down below, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!